Scientists assume technologically advanced biblical nation lived in this holy land 3,000 years ago. This is on Sputnik News, also on the Daily Star. Edomites have long been thought to be poorly organized nomads in the area of Edom of ancient Israel. Nomads with a theory generally underpinned by biblical studies, but now their social structure and paper and work appear to have been much more sophisticated than thought before, and importantly, they were found to have emerged as a nation as early as is stated in the Holy Bible. Researchers believe they spotted evidence that an ancient biblical kingdom on the border of Israel and Jordan was much more technologically advanced than had been previously thought. The Edomites, a people inhabiting the kingdom of Edom, founded by Jacob's brother Esau and his descendants, per Genesis chapter 36, were found to have emerged as a nation right at the time recorded in the Bible, despite earlier suppositions it happened 300 years later. In a newly published PLOS 1 article, Ancient Technology and Punctuated Change, Detecting the Emergence of the Edomite Kingdom in the Southern Levant, a team of scientists headed by Tel Aviv University professor Erez Ben Yosef and Professor Tom Levy illustrates how the Edomite mining system took an overwhelming technological leap in the late 10th century, having analyzed metallurgical debris samples. Quote, in using technological evolution as a proxy for social processes, we were able to identify and characterize the emergence of the biblical kingdom of Edom. This is what Ben Yosef stressed, the timing appearance to be fully in accordance with biblical description. Those whom the Edomites residing in the rich Copper Valley actually owed their technological boom to were also mentioned in the study. This is the neighboring Egyptians, who were assumed to have relied on the local Timnah mine, the Timnah Valley of Israel, Negev Desert. They relied on the local Timnah mine in Israel as their closest source of precious copper. Ben Yosef assumed that the Egyptians could have come to the region not to conquer after all. Being an already weakened empire at the time, Egypt did not destroy, but it was a catalyst for tech improvement. The previous bias of the simple tent-dwelling Edomites as a misconception rooted in biblical studies, scientists suggest added they proved to have a complex social and political hierarchy which is not characteristic of typical nomadic people. Having survived several epochs like the Babylonians, Alexander the Great, etc. Of course, Alexander the Great was after the Babylonians. Alexander the Great was about 330 BC. Babylonians were about 600, 500 BC. The Edomites then assimilated with the Israelis. The study concludes, this summer archaeologists discovered a key site that could help solve the mystery of the Battle of David and Goliath, an ancient settlement right under the already unearthed Philistine city of Gath, believed to be the Mammoth warrior's birthplace. As is described in the Bible, Goliath and his brothers were from the city of Gath. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.